It looks like it's finally happened, boys. 11.1.5 has been fixed. Okay, it's now playable. 3 days into the patch, 3 server takedowns, 1 extended takedown yesterday. They did it. Okay, the PTR phase of this patch is over. You can actually play the content. Now it's time to abuse the content. That's right. Time to gain out those flames, Radiance, Renown as quickly as possible. Here we go. Belar explaining to us how we can do that.
Alright everyone, this is not a dry video about relaying stats. Now you will learn all the stats and numbers you need, but to actually earn the best titles, the gorgeous mugs, and the crazy amounts of gear, we will want to beat the average when we're doing Nightfall, and that's what today's video is about. We've even figured out the best way to get everything you want as soon as possible, and there's even something that Blizzard have missed that we can exploit. Ooh. So yes, we found out a way to reliably get more rep than Blizzard intended, cutting days, maybe even weeks off the grind. I've also got a friendly challenge for you. Give me 30 minutes, and with today's sponsor, you'll finally have the website that you've been meaning to build, and fire me what you make over on Twitter afterwards. So, Squarespace has an...
I'm not angry, and I'm not Canadian. So, Clarm, you're just saying lies in chat right now. How about that Pistons game? Pistons in 6. I'm not worried about it. We'll be fine. You said it yesterday. You make us, what's it called? Yesterday, you make us to say great things, LOL, about you. Yeah, well, you know, that's why. You guys are all bots. You should be saying great things about me. Nobody's actually going to watch this garbage. 30 minutes, what the fuck? What?
And from there, you can
Pistons in 8.
Yeah. Your content. It's all seamlessly integrated and super easy.
Also,
to
do this.
So
what is this? Squarespace? Do it.
By like, the past, or you just want to start quickly with somewhere where you know all your bases are covered, this is literally made for you. And their core offerings always growing as well. Like, they've now got native video support, so you can have a gorgeous player in this lovely looking video gallery layout.
Wow.
That, of course, is all interoperable with their e-commerce
Squarespace.
tools. Like, look, whenever I needed sites, Squarespace was my first port of call because they made it easy, and I needed my problem solved. So you can get started today at squarespace.com/BellularGaming. And here's the cool thing, you know, check out Design Intelligence, do all of that for free. Build your site for free. And you can show me what you've made. And when you're ready to go live, code BellularGaming gets you 10%.
There you go. Use the man's code
of a site or domain. What's it all for, though? Well, there's 3 things that we want with Flames Radiance. One is the Renown. The Renown will get us titles, toys, and the Radiant Imperial links. 2, service emblems. We want service emblems because these are how we grab the new Arathi-themed sets. And 3, cultist satchels, because they are the main source of the Void-themed sets and the only place you can find the Void-scarred links mount. Okay, so we get Renown from the hourly Nightfall event and from daily quests. We get service emblems from the Nightfall event weekly, and we get satchels from those daily quests. So if you want to max out the Renown, never mind, say, getting all the rewards, Blizzard are overtly asking you for a mix of 2 things. To do Nightfall 90 times, or to do your dailies every day for 75 days straight.
75 days straight? What the hell? How long is this shit supposed to go? We got 2 months of this shit?
Or, most likely, some combination of the 2.
2.5 months.
So instead, we thought we'd just break it and get more progress faster. This is the hardcore, balls to the wall, almost exploit level farm, so if you want to be one of the first to rock out that new gear, the mount, and the Sacred Templar title, this is what you can do. Number 1, every hour you possibly can, do the Nightfall event. Fill the service award bar as fast as you can. Even if the bar is invisible, it's actually still there, which is a bit annoying for the UI. Anyway.
Of course, yeah, invisible bars is something we got to deal with now. Forming up a raid is a good idea for this thing, too. I noticed that. Just like soloing it, if the server is not really popping off, you're not going to fill up the bar.
Right, this will tick up whenever you kill mobs and when you complete objectives. As soon as you have got all 3 boxes, what I want you to do is log out. You don't actually need to kill the boss because you've already got the rep. What you're then going to do is you're going to finish the event on another character. I'll explain why this works. So completing the event doesn't really matter in terms of...
I'm already out on this one. I only play 1 character. Who the fuck's got more than 1 character? What's wrong with you guys playing your 36 alts? Jesus. All right, so what a janked up method. You gotta log out, And then log
rep.
in?
The actual rep comes from whenever you hit 33, 66, and 100% on the bar. Now, you'll know you've got those because that rep comes at the same time as you get your green, blue, and purple box rewards. Now, green and blue give 75 rep, the purple gives 250 for your first daily, and then 100 afterward. So, once character 1 has got all 3, right? It's got all 3 boxes. Then, log into character 2, and character 2 can start earning those as well. But, of course, this wouldn't work without a specific trick, and that trick is War Mode. Get all 3 boxes on your first character, then log into a character that is parked in the location of the event where the boss spawns in War Mode. And here's why I'm doing that. War Mode forces characters into a different phase. And better yet, it's got fewer players. And that means that the event likely won't have finished yet. And this means that if the timing lines up, you'll be able to finish your bar, get all your rep in one character.
So he's assuming that because you're on War Mode here, the events kick off simultaneously worldwide. Like, it all starts at the same time. But if you do it on the first character, a non-War Mode, it's going to be killed quicker. Switching over to the War Mode, they'll still be killing the boss, and now you're killing it a second time. Jesus. What the hell?
And
There's no way Blizzard doesn't change this.
Character around the second last phase, which is the mob farm before the boss. If you pull that off, then you can get both
you got to switch before you kill the boss.
the green and the blue boxes on your second character as well. That's because the mob farm is really fast, and tagging the boss gives you a full 33% of your meter. And that essentially means that if you time this right, adding a second character into the mix turns your usual 250 per event into a much larger 400 per event.
There's no way this stays implemented. Did he? Yeah, exactly, Buzzbar. Did he really make a video about an exploit? Blizzard's is going to ban you for this? I mean, I don't know about ban, but they're going to get rid of this shit. I mean, technically, he's not doing anything against the TOS to switch between accounts, right? During an event. There's nothing that says you can't log into your alts during an event to farm the same event twice while it's live. But Blizzard going to do something about this. They're not going to. This favors people with multiple alts, which they don't want to happen. So, I mean, I know there's a lot of things right now that favor having alts, but this is kind of fucked.
And of course, this takes the same amount of time, around 15 minutes. You just have to make sure that you tag as many mobs as possible so you max out your event progress and then swap out in time to get some more progress on your second character in War Mode. Of course, if you're too slow or the event finishes too fast on your main character, then you may need to tag the boss in order to get the third box on your non-War Mode character. But at least for us, the timing still did work out, and while the event may be cleared extremely fast in the first few days when this is new content, expect it to slow down over.
This will be even easier to do as the event gets older because, the bosses are going to take longer to kill because there's less people in the zones.
For time, and as it slows down, this technique should actually get more and more viable. But basically, this almost doubles your rate of reputation gain, which is huge. Doing it normally, you would need to do Nightfall around 90 times to get all 22,500 rep. That's, well, over 22 hours of playtime. Over 90 real hours of time.
Another death.
Amen. Coming in with 2 months in a row, 8 months total, resubbing with that Prime. Thank you so much. Death Knight of our Scourge. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Doing it this way, you would only need to do it 56 times. That would save you an entire 8 hours. Yeah, which is pretty damn good, right? But of course, I'm not done. We can speed this up even more.
There's no way.
There is a weekly quest. The quest is called The Flame Burns Eternal.
He's about to be like, you got to log out mid-boss fight, log into your hub account, watch 3 videos, and then log back into your alt to kill the boss before the boss dies. That'll allow you to change your IP address 3 times, and then gain up all the rep. Yeah, that's what's about to happen.
And it rewards 50 repeatable rep for completing the event. So if you cycle your alts for the second part, the War Mode part, then you can also earn a bonus 50 rep each time one of those alts does that weekly, which is pretty nice. So basically just put a new level 80 in War Mode, bring it down here, pick up the quest, and park it until the event. And with that, well, it's 450 rep per event while you've still got fresh alts. And fresh alts...
This is why Blizzard has to put guardrails on the game half the time, because the WoW player base is filled with such degenerates that they will find a way through the leaky guardrails to get extra shit out of this game all the time. It's ridiculous, man. I would hate to be a WoW dev. You got to deal with this shit. I mean, you look at the players like, can you just play the game? Can you just fucking play the game? Why you got to do this shit? Now they got to put on more guardrails. They got to freaking monitor all this stuff. My God, unbelievable.
This will also come in handy for farming the dailies for even more rep. Now, so far I've just talked about
all this for some average.
There are other things that we want, like
yeah. Imagine there was fucking like legitimate gear attached to this, like real eye level upgrades. People be fucking building 3 PCs so they can run this event 3 times over at the same time.
This gorgeous looking Arathi colored set.
Ridiculous.
Let's talk about it. So that weekly, the Flame Burns Eternal, is where we will be earning ourselves.
No, well, it's not Havoom. It's not that. Not only will people then complain about getting banned, say they don't get banned, say this whole thing just works out, Blizzard never does anything about it. You know what they're going to complain about? They'll finish the content half the time. They'll be like, Blizzard did, but this fucking patch has no fucking content. What are we supposed to do? They logged into 17 different alts so they could speed run this shit, and then they complain about it not being long enough in terms of content. The fuck? You broke the game. That's why there's nothing to do. My God, man. I'm not gonna. Don't go touch grass. Go touch ass. Go feel some flesh or something. I don't know. Go jerk off like a normal person. Why are you doing this shit? What's wrong with you guys?
Service emblems. These service emblems are soulbound, and that means you've got a choice. You can either spend them on champion gear for each character, or you can just work toward a full set, unlocking the transmog. That one's completely up to you. I would definitely focus on finishing the transmog, honestly, because gear is fairly plentiful these days.
You know what transmog you're going to unlock if you do this method? The Bellular IRL transmog. You're going to slowly become more pale and a redhead and Irish at the same. Is he Scottish or Irish? I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know, but that's what's gonna. You're gonna become Bellular.
Though I do have a warning on that. Hold on to your emblems until you have exhausted all your alts. I say that because the quest bag also drops a piece of Arathi gear. So that means that once you know what bits of gear you're missing, you can then buy the rest with your emblems. It would suck to, buy something with an emblem and then just get a dupe in the bag. So we want to avoid that. Okay, the final piece then, the Void Gear and the Void Links. These come very simply from the daily quests, and they really are simple. It's just 3 daily quests, which will give you 3
It's kind of funny that you say I never react to American. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, wait, Kalani's not American. Bellular's not American. Well, shit. Basically, what I'm doing is I import their videos to my stream. So there's probably going to be some kind of tariff very soon on my React content, because I'm taking foreigners' React content, reacting to it, and as an American, I post it on my own channel. So that's a conversion right there. I'm importing their shit and then reacting to it, reposting it on mine. Yep, there's going to be tariffs on my content soon, boys.
Bags of Void Veteran gear. You get
Mr. GM too, and Taliesin. Oh shit, really? Do I watch American content creators? What the hell? Who's America that I watch? Maybe Dalaran Gaming? I don't actually. Maybe he's not. I don't. Shit. Typical Canadian. I'm not even fucking Canadian, but yes.
100 reputation per quest
not
for your
one I can think
set,
of. Shit.
And then you get 50 on alts after that. Now, these quests take about 10 minutes or so, so basically, cycle alts doing these sets of dailies between...
I just realized I am essentially an American filter on WoW content. That's what I am. That's literally. What a typical American thing to do. I'm taking other people's shit and profiting off of it. Unbelievable. Damn. That's right. I'm officially brand me, boys, the American filter of WoW content.
Your Nightfall events. That will get you tons of bags, tons of reputation.
I live in Detroit, Michigan.
But with this, there's no crazy trick or hack. It really just is doing those dailies until you get what you want. Okay, this has been a big old segment. Now I'll give you the TLDR.
Okay.
This is the best method, as simply as I can put it. Tag mobs until you fill the service award bar and get the purple box. That will earn you between 250 to 500 rep, with of course the 500 being from your first completion of the day. Then immediately swap out to a parked war mode character.
This is
ideally a fresh one with the Flame Burns Eternal weekly quest on it each time. On that character, tag mobs and kill the boss to earn at least another 75 rep, but hopefully another another 150 if you are fast enough. Then, if your alt has the Flame Burns Eternal weekly, turn that in for another 50 rep. Doing that will be about 400 rep every hour and 650 for your first of the day. Then, when the event is down, you can take every level 80 character you've got through the incursion dailies for an extra 300 rep the first time, and then 100 every time after. Of course, with those being daily, there's a lot of reputation there. And in terms of timing, you should have enough time to do 3 rounds of dailies before the next Nightfall event. So that's another 300 rep, or 500 if it's your first time. This way, you can earn about 700 reputation per hour, with a bonus 450 every day. And for our real...
Who the fuck has the time for this? You're triple and quad running this event to get a fucking transmog and a mount. Who is doing this shit? I mean, clearly Bellular did, but he's making content off of it, so at least I can credit him with that, and that he invested his time to make the YouTube video too, so he's making some money out. My God. Who's doing this shit? And why? I have so many questions and no answers.
World example on live servers, just from about 3 hours the morning I record this. While putting this guide together, we got 1 full Renown level, which means there's actually only 8 to go, because this is a shorter 10 Renown long one.
And like I said, and then they do this shit, and then they're going to complain that they're done with the patch content. They got nothing to do.
So with this strategy, you can actually finish this whole thing in a few days if you want to. If you spread it out over, let's say, 2 weeks, it's under 2 hours a day. And if spread over a month, it's substantially less than that, because you'll be getting so many more of those front-loaded first bonuses. During this, you'll also earn tons of gear. There's the purple Warbound Veteran gear from the daily satchels and from looting the boss, the Champion Arathi gear from the weekly bags and the service emblems, and you'll also have loads of chances for tons of cosmetics like the Void Scarred links. Okay, great. That's the TLDR, but don't go, because I've got tips and tricks.
Oh my, there's more. It's not just this. We're getting just the tip as well. You know what? I know what this person does. The person who does this shit, guaranteed what they're going to do, the biggest fucking ejaculatory ego stroke of their life is going to be when they get on their void links. Like 5 weeks too fucking early. And they sit in Dornegal, and people look at them and go, oh my God, man, how'd you already get it? And they look at you like, oh, you don't already have it, you fucking noob? Oh, what do you mean? All I did was play the game, bro. Fucking get good. My God. This is why people do this shit. They want to get it quickly so they can be the first one on the server, so they can sit in the city and get ego stroked. Good Asmod cosplay.
Here are a bunch of tips and tricks to supercharge your farming. Seriously, when you implement this stuff, you'll be going so fast that it just feels way more fun. Okay, during Nightfall, tag mobs either alone or in a party, but not in a raid.
Clearly, Bellular and I have different definitions of fun. Swap logging an account to fucking quickly run through an event is not my idea of a good Friday.
We got no award progress when we were in a raid group, so don't do that.
That's what it is.
Also, focus on tagging, not on killing. 1 hit is enough to make them count. You might be thinking, okay, but that's a pretty bad way to play the game. In one sense, you'd be right, but actually, if everybody focuses on that, a lot of those mobs, well, they still do die, but everybody gets more.
You know what would be great if fucking 100% of the players start doing this shit? Everybody just tags mobs, and then everyone swap logs, and the mobs never die because everyone forgot to kill the mobs. It'd become World of Tagcraft. Everyone just run around tagging shit, but no one's actually killing anything. So that's like, people relog into the account, they're like, hey, where's my fucking rep? Well, you guys didn't kill anything. Everybody walked around limp noodle dicking all the mobs, and everyone forgot to freaking actually do some damage.
XP, which actually does make it overall more efficient as a group system. Moving on, if you're lucky enough for the game to actually give you a specific objective to do during the event, do the objective. Those objectives give you way more award progress that will let you finish out your mission bar quicker, which will mean you'll more soon be able to log onto your second character and ideally get that character 1, 2, or if things are absolutely mad, even 3 chests. My next tip is in how we move around the world. Getting around on time can feel a little bit rough here, but there are some insane time-saving moves that you can do on all of your alts to, well, travel faster. So, if you get engineering on all of your alts and buy the Khazalgar wormhole, if you can afford it, then you'll have a good time. That thing's extremely useful. So,
it's just, there's so many layers to this at this point. You're gonna fucking level up engineering profession now to do this shit too? Oh my God. For the love of God, please stop it, people. Please stop doing this shit. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why. This is why Blizzard can't give us cool items that do cool things, because people will use them to break the game. This is why.
If you're in Donegal, you can just flick on War Mode, learn engineering in the forge in the middle, and then use the shared wormhole from the toy box. At any time, you can do that, and you can take the wormhole to Hallowfall, and that will usually set you fairly close to the event. Now, if you've got a Priory portal from timing a +10, that is also an insanely convenient way to immediately get yourself to the Nightfall event location. For the dailies then, don't worry about your alts needing gear. The Sacred Flame Ward buff is absolutely huge, and they have not scaled those areas up, which basically means item level 600 is more than enough to let you blitz them. It's quite overtly designed for people who are catching up on their alts anyway. And even in the Arathi's End area that's full of elites, well, it's actually kind of trivial because you've got these Sacred Alchemists giving you a humongous buff just for talking to them. So, you know, go talk to them, get your buff, kill a load of shit, get some rep, be happy, and get some of the coolest titles that are in the game. That's it. Good luck, happy farming, and for when you're absolutely geared to the tits, watch this video next. It's how to kill the Underpin on his hard mode. It's a real good feat of strength. The good news is that our video breaks it down so that basically you have got the recipe. You've got the pattern for success, the way to win. Enjoy that, and I'll see you over there.
Well, Bellular's done it. Bellular's done it. He's broken my faith in humanity. This is unbelievable. And the worst part is, you do all this shit, and guess what your reward is? You fucking have nothing to do now for 2 months. Now you have nothing to do for 2 months. You can go finger pop your friend's butthole down the street because you're not going to be playing this game anymore. There ain't shit to do anymore. My God. Look, do it if you want to. Blizzard might fix this shit anyways because we can't have nice things because people are going to do this shit. But here's the advice. Go ahead and do it. I'm going to be a shill too and repost this shit on my own channel, so fuck it. Nice video from Bellular.